It's like Manchester, what is happening? Holiday Inn Express, 50 quid a night, free breakfast, boom. Down here on Oxford Road, near the Principal, which is now not called the Principal, it's called the Kimpton. What happened to the Principal? Or the Palace? Anyway, I'm here at Oxford Road and I'm going to spend 3 nights in Manchester. So I'm going to go out, enjoy myself, do some retail therapy, eat a load of food, meet a load of people, get drunk and see what Manchester's all about. So I'm going to show you what the new normal is like in Manchester. Apart from the occasional bus and passers-by, it's kind of like, it's pretty dead. Scooter though. Oh my God, McDonald's is empty. I've never seen that in my life, apart from maybe 5 a.m. on a... No, actually it's always busy at 5 a.m. The Midland here looks empty. I've got to say, so far it's a little bit, it's not eerie, it's not a ghost town, but this is not Friday afternoon in Manchester. Peter Marcus, get my hair cut. Love this place. I've had to have my temperature checked. Now it's the first time I've walked in a while, so could have been a problem. Had my hands sprayed, so definitely looking at the hygiene thing very seriously here, but still the same great friendly service, just with masks. Peter Marcus, like many small businesses, have invested heavily. They have perspex screens everywhere and great hygiene and sanitisation. I felt totally safe. The only thing to worry about was how much to have off. Yep, it looks like everything's back to normal. Can't wait to start sampling some food. So in Chinatown, we're ordering off the conveyor belt, but there is no conveyor belt anymore. So I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how I'm going to eat with a mask on, but... You won't let those robots eat me. Well, that was wasabi, and it was excellent. I've got to say, that place, like, it was cleaning all the time, cleaning up everybody, temperature check, masks, super safe, and amazing sushi. Worked away to Canal Street, and this is a bit weird because now you can't go to a bar when you go to a bar. You have to wait for the bar to come to you and get a drink. But look, it's a bit quiet. Friday afternoon quiet, but the sun's out. Order some drinks. Happy. Double. What's the worst that can happen?
I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual.
Don't ask. Actually, last night was in town and was around Oxford Street. Dead. Was not a Friday night in town. So obviously the students are away as well at the moment, so that's usually a student area. So I'm going for a brunch. I'm going to go to Rudy's though, where they do the best pizzas, probably on earth actually, no exaggeration.
Я заказал еду, выдались очень вкусно. Ник снимает меня.
I was going to try to do Russian. He's speaking Russian for his Russian YouTube channel. Link in the description, go follow Greg. Didn't need to pre-book, just walked straight in, got seated outside. The only change is you now have to order your food off an app, except we couldn't work it, so we still did it the old-fashioned way. But one thing about Manchester is, man, the food, look at this. Next level. And we're back in Great Northern, where I used to live. And there's a great new DJ that's moved into this place, and they dance and shoot videos on the floor where I used to live. I'm going to link it in the description. These guys are amazing. So yeah, Great Northern, if you're looking for somewhere to live in Manchester, this is the place. So here at the Spirit of Manchester Distillery, going to have a cheeky little gin. Seems quite busy actually. So one of the new changes is when you walk into a bar, you have to provide your details for track and trace. That's giving your telephone number and name into an app or on a form like this. But some things haven't changed. Here is Dom making a fantastic cocktail using Hacienda gin, distilled right here in 3 little words. When you sit down at a table, you've got perspex screens around you, so everything actually feels a bit like a VIP booth. You get table service, you get peace and quiet. So actually, there's a new normal, but it ain't all bad. So after a gin or 10, what do you need?
cocktails. So we decided to walk down Deansgate and Spinningfields, which, as you can see, just was not busy for a Saturday afternoon. But hitting Boulevard, we sampled some of their great tacos and cocktails, and then went for an absolute monster feast at Red's True Barbecue, where if you haven't been, you have got to go if you like authentic barbecue food, sauces, and just more meat than any human can handle. So after food, we hit a club. But you can't hit a club anymore because a club is a bar is a club.
Oh, I'd say a pineapple grenade and coke. Yeah.
But everyone has to sit at tables, so there's no dancing, there's no snogging. It's basically like a private school disco. You have to go outside for any fun.
McDonald's is empty. Normally that would be bustlingly busy. People do need very expensive chocolate milkshakes and burgers and chicken at 2 a.m. So Archie's is still nailing it. Well, the sun's out, but not many people are. It's lunchtime. It's Sunday, so I'm going to go and see what the shopping's like. I know it's Sunday. I'm going to go and have a look and just see what's going on in the daytime, as most of my time so far over the last 2 or 3 days has been the night time. Haven't really seen the morning, so I'm just going to go and see what's going on. But, you know, just going out last night, there is drinks, there is food, there is hygiene, there are people, but there is no atmosphere. This isn't the new normal. This is the new abnormal. And unless the people can come back and bring the soul back to the city, then all we have is function and no atmosphere. This is meant to be the 24-hour party people. And the only people that are really out in the evenings are really young people, maybe 18 to 25. It seems that anybody late 20s, 30s, 40 are just, apart from me, just not coming out. They may be staying at home, they may be staying local, which they have been advised to do. But for the bars and restaurants and hotels in the city, if we can't get live music back and get more people coming, then there's going to be nothing to come back to. So we're at a really critical point. So I'd encourage you, it is safe. The hygiene is next level. The track and trace systems are in place. You can get out here, but when you're sitting with no music, you're sitting on tables apart from each other. You're not mingling. You're not meeting new people. It's an odd vibe. Safe, no harm, but certainly not the city that I know and love.
Well, the sun is out and I'm on to Market Street, the shopping pedestrianised area, I suppose, the city centre for shopping. It looks relatively busy. I suppose for a Sunday it's actually about normal, but I think the sun has brought more people out. Piccadilly Gardens here are full of people having distant picnics, but I'm just going to see what the shopping's like, what the vibe is down here. But so far, a little bit encouraging. At least people seem to be coming to the shops, as much if they're not necessarily doing the nightlife and hotels and restaurants. Tell you what I would say though, everything is super cheap. This is Deansgate, pedestrianised. I thought they might have put more tables and chairs out and used the space, but they don't seem to have done. Oh, nice shirt. Hang on. I'm going to go and get a bite to eat. And I'm looking for a bit of al fresco as the sun is out, and rather disappointingly, I can't find any just yet. Though there is a beautiful whiff of garlic in the air. Oh, I've just realised Giachetti's is next door. Oh, problem solved. So I had to sanitise my hands. There I am. I had to sanitise my hands. And I've got to fill in my track and trace details. But this is my favourite Italian restaurant in all of Manchester, so it's worth it. So having had a most fabulous lunch, and I want to go to sleep now, I'm going to go into Kendall's and see what's going on. Hi. All these arrows on the floor, it feels like everywhere's turned into IKEA. And you get herded around where you didn't want to go. Which just, incidentally, they make you walk past all the expensive merchandise. Well, I've been here for a few days now, and the offices, though, are empty. And even though it's Sunday, obviously, today. But it means there's less people in the city. It means there's less business happening. And there's just less of a buzz. It's like Manchester, what is happening? Feels like what COVID's done is basically give Manchester what we've all experienced, which is a bit of a hangover. It's got that sort of next day fragility about it. You know, it's like, we're going to go out, should we stay in and get a Deliveroo? And that's what Manchester feels like. It feels like the next day hangover after the sort of last 10 years of a hospitality boom. And the city feels fragile, and it feels like it's at a tipping point. Are people just going to stay in and get Deliveroo, literally? Or are people going to come back and just plough through, have another one, stay out, get out again, and bring us back to normal? And it's 50-50 right now. Anyway, I'm going to go in a park and socially distance with a friend.
That's the way to do it. Come on, you. Come on. Where's Mummy? There she is.
You can now have outdoor festivals of up to 300 people, and forward-thinking operators are already on it. Now, this amazing new space just off the end of Deansgate Locks, they've got outdoor camper van, DJs and live music, barbecue, and this outdoor, but sort of out of the rain yet in the sun space.
I'm going to try and hit a bit of breakfast because this is the earliest I've been up all weekend. And big noisy bus. And Albert Slosh is, certainly probably is, still the place to hit for a good breakfast. I think they do it till 11. So if I get my trot on, I should be fine. You're having a laugh. Oh my God. So no breakfast at Albert Slosh, or, oh. Well, that is, to be honest, that says it all, because Albert Slosh was such a phenomenal place to go for breakfast. They are smart operators down at Mission Smart, and they will know that they are closed because there's no market. And despite it being Monday and everywhere meant to be a hub of commerce, this is the most depressed I've been all weekend, and that's probably not just the come down. This is depressing. Oh, and sad. I'm going to pop into Starbucks and go into an office block and see a friend of mine in a fantastic tech company right here in the heart of Manchester, who was smashing it. Just to see what's going on. I was quite surprised he was in the office, but get him a coffee and go and find out what's happening. How are you doing?
All right.
Manchester's empty.
It is quiet.
It's
weird though, because driving in it was busy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, where's your people? What, are they all working from home?
Yeah.
No wonder no one's in Manchester. Time rewards. You can check it out. Download the app. And you've got too much money now. If you can do that. So how have you found the? How have you found doing all this? Has it been a pain in the butt? Loads of guidelines.
Expensive.
Right. What? Buying 4 stickers?
£3,000 for all this kit.
What?
Yeah, the whole office has been kitted out.
So there's no one here? Well, how Manchester's this? It's got that sort of drizzly, wet, like the air is wet. So my 3 days is coming to an end now. I'm stood here on Deansgate with not a lot going on.
In summary, if you've been nervous about going back in the city, don't be. Every operator, every business, the council, the transport are taking this really seriously. There's track and trace, there's cleaning, there's protection. You're safe in Manchester as much as anywhere else, I would say. It's time to get back into the city. The city that just gave me an incredible weekend of friends, of food, of late night forgetfulness, and just the energy that only this city can give us. So come on, guys, let's stop hiding away. Let's get back into the city, and let's all once again just be mad about Manchester.
Or Deliveroo.